Hi, here we are with Omar Lopez-Chahoud and Jessamine Fiore, and we're going to talk about the work of Gordon Matta-Clark. So I want to give you the microphone, and will tell us a little bit about him and what is this work about.
Well, we're very honored to have his work here at Untitled Art Fair. This was a conversation that Jessamine and I had in Guadalajara, Mexico, and we're making it work. This particular piece is a very important piece by Gordon Matta-Clark that was in response to Earth Day in 1970, and it was executed the first time, I believe, was 71?
71.
Yeah, and this particular wall is in collaboration with FIU students. And all the debris you find here is rescued from Biscayne Bay, so there's quite a bit of pollution. And Jessamine can tell you a little bit more about the process and the work.
Absolutely. So this piece, Garbage Wall, was first made by Gordon Matta-Clark in 1971, but we at the estate have done about 28 iterations of this piece all over the world. And what's very important about it is that we work with the local community and collect local garbage in order to construct it. So here, like Omar mentioned, all of this garbage is pulled out of the water. And you can see, for example, we have an illegal lobster trap here. And lots of debris, lots of plastics that end up in the water. So the students from FIU actually went out in canoes and went into the mangroves and pulled out ropes and netting and plastics from what is essentially a nature preserve where, you know, there's a lot of wildlife and a very delicate ecosystem. And then they brought all the garbage to the fair, and over the weekend we built a mold out of plywood and put the garbage in it with a concrete mix. So the purpose of this work is not only to highlight the pollution within a particular place, but it was also originally made by Gordon as a response to the homelessness crisis in New York City. His idea was, he spent time with the homeless community in an encampment and looked at how they constructed shelters, and a lot of them were made out of very flimsy materials like cardboard. And he had graduated from Cornell University with a degree in architecture and thought, well, what would I do if I was in this situation to make a shelter that was more durable and to use just what was on hand. And what was on hand was debris and garbage, and cement is quite cheap and easy to get. And so this is basically an idea of how somebody could make a more solid and sustainable structure for them to live, to occupy. And so it's essentially an incredibly generous work. It is it's his proposal of one thing that we can do with the sort of the debris, the trash, the pollution around us, but that then becomes something that can help society. So we also have in the booth films. This film, Firechild, is actually from Gordon Matta-Clark making the original garbage wall underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. And what's startling about it is how different New York City looks. I mean, it really was a different place then, and you can see there was a lot of garbage and fires, so a lot of material for him to use in making this piece. And I hope everyone comes to Untitled and sees it for themselves. It's a very special project. Thank you.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Thank you. This is great. Thank you, Jessamine.
Good. So